God's promises are the foundation of our faith, a reminder that we're not alone in this journey, and that He's always working in our lives, guiding us towards a brighter future. Matthew 7:7-8. 7 Ask, and it shall be given you, seek, and ye shall find, knock, and it shall be opened unto you. 8 For every one that asketh receiveth, and he that seeketh findeth, and to him that knocketh it shall be opened. Many of us have been there. We read God's promises, we pray, we wait, but doubts creep in, and we start to wonder if these promises are really meant for us. We face challenges, we stumble, and we feel like giving up, questioning whether God's promises are truly reliable. Our minds are flooded with thoughts of uncertainty, and we struggle to trust in something we can't see or touch. We look around and see people who seem to be living a life without God, yet they appear happy and fulfilled, making us doubt the power of God's promises in our own lives. In those moments of darkness, it's hard to hold on to faith, and we need something to remind us of God's power and love. Matthew 7:15-20. 15 Beware of false prophets, which come to you in sheep's clothing, but inwardly they are ravening wolves. 16 Ye shall know them by their fruits. Do men gather grapes of thorns, or figs of thistles? 17 Even so every good tree bringeth forth good fruit, but a corrupt tree bringeth forth evil fruit. 18 A good tree cannot bring forth evil fruit, neither can a corrupt tree bring forth good fruit. 19 Every tree that bringeth not forth good fruit is hewn down, and cast into the fire. 20 Wherefore by their fruits ye shall know them. The Bible is filled with stories of people who experienced God's promises firsthand. Abraham, who was promised a son despite his old age, or Moses, who was given the promise of leading the Israelites out of slavery. These stories remind us that God's promises are not just words on a page, but a living, breathing reality that can transform our lives. For instance, God's promise to always be with us, to never leave or forsake us, is a powerful reminder that we're never alone. We can also look to personal experiences, like the story of a friend who was struggling to find a job, but then landed their dream position after praying and trusting in God's promise to provide. These examples show us that God's promises are not just ancient history, but a present reality that we can experience today. God's promise to give us peace that surpasses all understanding is another example of His power and love, reminding us that even in the midst of chaos, we can find calm and tranquility. Matthew 7:21-27. 21 Not every one that saith unto me, Lord, Lord, shall enter into the kingdom of heaven, but he that doth the will of my Father which is in heaven. 22 Many will say to me in that day, Lord, Lord, have we not prophesied in thy name? And in thy name have cast out devils? And in thy name done many wonderful works? 23 And then will I profess unto them, I never knew you, depart from me, ye that work iniquity. 24 Therefore whosoever heareth these sayings of mine, and doth them, I will liken him unto a wise man, which built his house upon a rock. 25 And the rain descended, and the floods came, and the winds blew, and beat upon that house, and it fell not, for it was founded upon a rock. 26 And every one that heareth these sayings of mine, and doth them not, shall be likened unto a foolish man, which built his house upon the sand. 27 And the rain descended, and the floods came, and the winds blew, and beat upon that house, and it fell, and great was the fall of it. I'd like to share a powerful testimony with you, a story of a woman who was struggling to make ends meet, but then received an unexpected check in the mail that covered all her expenses. She had been praying and trusting in God's promise to provide, and this experience reminded her that God is always working, even when we can't see it. This story showcases a moment when a promise was fulfilled in a remarkable way, inspiring us to trust in God's power and love. The woman's experience is a testament to the fact that God's promises are not limited to the Bible, but are still being fulfilled today. We can also look to the story of a man who was struggling with addiction, but then found freedom and healing through God's promise of redemption. These stories remind us that God's promises are not just theoretical, but practical, and can be applied to our everyday lives. The woman's story also highlights the importance of community and the role that others can play in helping us experience God's promises. Matthew 6:1-9. 1 Take heed that ye do not your alms before men, to be seen of them, otherwise ye have no reward of your Father which is in heaven. 2 Therefore when thou doest thine alms, do not sound a trumpet before thee, as the hypocrites do in the synagogues and in the streets, that they may have glory of men. Verily I say unto you, they have their reward. 3 But when thou doest alms, let not thy left hand know what thy right hand doth. For that thine alms may be in secret, and thy Father which seeth in secret himself shall reward thee openly. 5. And when thou prayest, thou shalt not be as the hypocrites are, for they love to pray standing in the synagogues and in the corners of the streets, that they may be seen of men. Verily I say unto you, they have their reward. 6. But thou, when thou prayest, enter into thy closet, and when thou hast shut thy door, pray to thy Father which is in secret, and thy Father which seeth in secret shall reward thee openly. 7. But when ye pray, use not vain repetitions, as the heathen do. For they think that they shall be heard for their much speaking. 8. Be not ye therefore like unto them, for your Father knoweth what things ye have need of, before ye ask him. As we reflect on God's powerful promises, we're reminded that trusting in him is not always easy, but it's worth it. His promises are the anchor that holds us steady in the midst of life's storms, and they give us hope for a brighter future. If you've experienced God's promises in your life, I'd love to hear about it in the comments below. Share your story, and let's encourage each other to trust in God's power and love, and don't forget to check out my next video where we'll be exploring more on this topic.